Good morning, my dear students of class 8, and I am happy to welcome you all to one more zoology class for this new week. So, let's get started. So, what are we going to learn today? We are going to learn about human heart. Okay, it is a new lesson. It is chapter 5 and the name of the lesson is circulatory system. So, what is the name of the lesson? Circulatory system, which is chapter number 5, and the topic what you are going to learn today is human heart, the structure of the heart, or the parts present in heart, all you are going to learn in today's class. So, before learning about heart structure, since the topic of the name of the lesson is circulatory system, you should know what is circulatory system. To your understanding, what you have in your mind that circulatory system is something which can transport materials. Okay, so some system in your body which is responsible to transport certain materials in your body is called circulatory system. What all they can transport? They can transport water, they can transport nutrients, they can transport waste. What waste? It is not the solid waste, the feces or the urine. This waste refers to the products, the waste products of metabolism. So, those waste blood can transport or circulatory system can transport, and also gases such as oxygen or carbon dioxide. All these materials your circulatory system in your body transports. Okay, so which is responsible for transporting all these materials in your body? The circulatory system. For this transport, blood is the major media, because in the blood only all this material is present. The excess water you have in your body is mixed with the blood. The nutrients is mixed with the blood. The food what you eat, after digestion in the stomach, it is absorbed by the blood only. That's how you have nutrients. I told the products of waste products of metabolism is also mixed up in the blood, and then the gases what you inhale and exhale is also mixed up with the blood. And then heart is the primary organ which pumps the blood. So, which pumps the blood? Heart is the organ which is responsible for pumping the blood, and because of this pumping action only, the blood is circulated. The blood is not in the same place, right? It keeps on circulating throughout your body, meanwhile transporting all these materials. So, heart is the major organ in your body which is responsible for this circulatory system. So, first we learn about the structure of the heart in the first class, and then I am going to teach about the other lymphatic systems or other systems responsible for circulation in your in human body, which is given in your textbook. So, let's learn the structure of the heart. So, human heart, what is heart? First of all, you should know what is a heart. What is heart? Heart is a organ. Just like many organs you have in your body, heart is also a organ, but it is called a muscular organ. Why it is called muscular organ? It is made up of muscles, so it is called as muscular organ. What type of muscles? It is made up of a special type of muscles called as cardiac muscles. What is the name of the muscles of your heart? It has a special name called as cardiac muscles. So, it is heart is an organ which is muscular because it is made up of muscles. What is the size of your heart? You can measure the size of your heart. How? See, I have given an image, right? What this man has done, just fold the four fingers, and then with your thumb, what you are going to do? Press the other four fingers like this. Okay, this is called fist. Okay, so with your own, try it now with your own fingers, do like this, and this is the size of your heart. So, this is the size of my heart. Okay, so similarly you can try, that will be the size of your heart. There is no standard measurement for heart size. The fist of somebody will be the size of that person's heart. Okay, that is the concept here. So, it is called clenched fist. This is clenched fist, okay, if you place like this. So that is the size of your heart. Where is the heart located? You can see in this picture. What is this blue color region? This blue color region are the lungs, right? These two are the pair of lungs in the body. So it is present. This is the heart. The red color one is the heart, right? So location of heart is, it is in between two lungs, and also upper side what you have chest, right? So between the chest and the lungs only heart is present. So between the lungs and the chest is the location for heart, and the apex is pointed towards the left. Okay, there is a concept here. So before learning more about the structure of the heart I wish to tell you one thing, okay. So in biology, not only for heart, for any biology diagram, when you draw something, no, okay, see here which one is the right and which is the left. For this man, there is a man here, no, for this man, which is the right side? This is his right side, right? But for us, if I stand like this, which is the right side, I will tell that this is the right side, but for this man, this is the right side. So whenever you draw any image or when you label some diagrams all in biology, what you will do is, you should speak in terms of that person. So when I call right, it will be this side, and when I call left, it should be this side, okay. So the point given here is the apex. Apex means the tip, okay. The tip of the heart is pointed to the left. Where is it pointed? It is pointed here, right? So this is my right side, but for this man it is the left side. So the apex of the heart is always pointed to his left side. So your heart's apex is the left side of your chest, okay. So this is the concept or basic introduction about heart. We are going to learn the detailed structure of heart in today's class. Okay. See here, this is the simulation of real heart, okay. Actually what we know, this heart, this is not the shape of heart, and it is not so beautiful also. See here, this is the original shape of the heart. It is fleshy, no? That's why I have given the real image, because in our imagination we imagine that something is so beautiful all, and in the diagram also, of course I am going to show you one more diagram also, just for you to know what is the reality. I am going to display this image throughout all the slides I will be displaying, okay. So the walls of the heart, which is the wall, these walls, no, these walls are made up of special type of muscles. I told you already, the name of the muscles is cardiac muscles. So this heart is fully made up of, the walls of the heart is made up of a muscle called as cardiac muscle. And what is its function? It will contract and it will relax. Contraction, relaxation. Contraction, relaxation, contraction, relaxation. So when it reduces in size, it is called as contraction, and when it is bigger in size or when it is in normal position, you call it as the relaxed position. Okay, what causes this contraction and relaxation? It is due to a part of the heart called as pacemaker or SAN. Because of what this happens? Because other parts of your body is not contracting and relaxing, right? Only the heart is, not only the heart however contracts and relaxes. It is because of the presence of special structure called as pacemaker or SAN. What is this SAN? SAN stands for sinoatrial node. Sinoatrial node. Sinoatrial node is SAN. What next? Okay, where is the SAN? So, which is the right side now? This is the right side for the man, right? So, this is the right side and this is the left side, okay. So, in the upper right, this is lower and this is upper, right? So, in the upper right region a small flesh-like structure is present, and that is called the sinoatrial node. The location of SAN is upper right, this region. Okay. And this SAN initiates electrical impulses. SAN initiates electrical impulses. In the previous lesson in your zoology, you have studied about nerve impulses, right? Nerve impulses are responsible for passing nerve signals, that is the coordination of your body is controlled by the nerve signals, or the neurons carry the nerve impulses, right? Similarly, the heart's impulses, okay, this is controlled by SAN. The impulses of the heart is controlled by SAN, and those impulses are called electrical impulses. In nervous system you call it as nerve impulses, and in circulatory system you have something called as electrical impulses. So these are some concepts about heart. Okay. Some more basic structure you have, we will learn that and we will go to the detailed structure. Heart is always covered by a double wall. See, can you see double wall 1 and 2? 1, 2. Okay. It is always covered by double wall. And between the double walls there is a fluid called as pericardial fluid. Can you see blue substance here? The liquid region in between the two walls is called the pericardial fluid. The two walls is called pericardium, and the liquid in between the two walls is called as pericardial fluid. What is the use of pericardial fluid? It has two functions. Pericardial fluids have two functions. The first function is lubrication. So I already told you, heart always contracts and relaxes until your death, until your last breath. Your heart will be contracting and relaxing. So it needs a lubrication so that it does the work properly. Even in your home, if you have doors, no, you put some oil or something, when it makes noise, no. So after some years, after you buy a new door, after some years it needs a lubrication, or even if you have a two-wheeler, it needs lubrication. You change the oil all frequently, right, because it has to work properly. Similarly, your heart works properly, that is, what is the work? Contraction and relaxation, right? It happens in a right way because of the lubricant called as pericardial fluid. This is the first function. The second function is, when there is a liquid, the protection happens. Shock or injury of the heart is prevented when the outer surface is covered with some liquid. The heart is protected from, protect spelling is wrong, I have put a double R. It is protected from shock or injury. Okay, so these are all some more concepts. So in this slide we are going to learn about the detailed structure of the heart. See, this is the diagrammatic representation, and as I told you, throughout this class I will be displaying that real structure of heart also, so that you can compare this diagram with that structure and know what the reality is. See, when we draw in terms of diagram, it is like a well defined structure, right, but you cannot differentiate much in the real structure of the heart. So you can just compare and see. When I explain some part here, you just search for that part in that real heart. Okay, we are going to learn that way. So, and here can you see some arrow mark? Don't look both together. So first, if we focus on blue one, no, what is happening? So the blood flow is like this. It goes here and then goes out. In red, what is happening? From where blood flow starts? It starts from here. It comes down. It goes this way, out. Okay. So before learning the blood flow process all, let's learn the structure of the heart. The heart is made up of 4 chambers. Okay, this even in your grade 3 or something you will be learning, I guess. There are totally 4 chambers. What is a chamber? Chamber means a compartment. Okay, so in a net cafe, if you go, you will have small chambers having one system. No, any partition, if a big room is divided into small partitions, then you can call it as a chamber or a small room. So similarly, heart is divided into 4 chambers, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 2 above and 2 below. So the chambers of the heart are 4 in number. 2 chambers, upper chambers. Upper is these 2. Okay, one blue and one red. These 2 upper chambers are called as atria or auricles, and it is right atria and left atria. What does it mean? This upper chamber and this upper chamber has the name called as auricles. Both of them are called as auricles or atria. What is the name? Auricles. See, you will be learning many new terms in this structure of the heart. Repeat them at least 5 times so that it gets registered in your mind. Okay, so the 2 upper chambers are called as atria or auricles. This one you will call it as right atria. I told you, in the image always your left side should be the right and right side you should call it as left, because for that man having this heart, it is in the opposite way. So this is right atria and right atrium. For singular it is atrium, and when it is plural, since we mentioned 2 here, I call it as atria. Okay, right atrium, left atrium. And how are they? They are thin. Usually among the 4 chambers, the atria have thin walls when compared to the ventricles. The ventricles are going to have thick walls. They are thin and they are called as receiving chambers. They are called as receiving chambers. Why? Because if you see the flow of blood, see, the atria is receiving. This is the first part of the heart which will receive. Similarly, in this red atria, that is in the left atria also, which is receiving, the upper portion only is receiving from outside the heart. This is the structure of the heart. So this is not receiving, this is also receiving, but from the atria only this will receive. But first of all, the heart will receive through the atria, through the right atria as well as through the left atria. The heart receives, so they are called as receiving chambers. And 2 more chambers you have in the lower region. These 2 are called as ventricles. Again, these ventricles are called as right ventricle and left ventricle. Okay, so what is the function of ventricles? Distributing chambers. They will give back. How they give back? See this blue one, this is ventricle, no? What it does? It gives out of the heart. See, this receives, and then ventricle's function is, it will give out. It is giving out, so it is called distributing chambers. Where it gives, we will study later. Here also if you see, atria receives and ventricles, what do? They give out. Okay, so 4 chambers, what are they called? Right atria, right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle and left ventricle. Thin and thick. Why they are thick? Because I told you this is distributing, no? It is going to give blood to all parts of the body. This will receive blood from all parts of the body. These 2 will give the blood to all parts of the body. When they give the blood or distribute the blood to all parts of the body, it has to be with high pressure. Say for example, when your heart pumps the blood out, that it should be having so much of pressure that it can reach even to your toe, till your feet. It should reach from your chest region till the feet. So the heart's ventricle have a very thick wall. I told you these 2 are thin, right? These are very thick, so that it, with very high pressure, it will pump the blood out so that it will reach every part of your body. This is about the chambers of the heart. And some more partitions you have in the hearts. Septum is partition, okay, some division. So between the 2 atria, between the two atria, you have a division and it is called as interatrial septum. The wall which divides both the atria are called as interatrial septum. And then the wall which divides both the ventricles are called as interventricular septum. So interatrial septum, interventricular septum. You have two divisions of skin. And then the right portion, which is the right side, the ones shaded in blue color is the right side, right? All right color region will always have bad blood. What is bad blood? Technically it is called as deoxygenated blood. What is it called? Deoxygenated blood, because it lacks oxygen. The presence of oxygen in blood is called a good blood. When you don't have proper oxygen in your blood, it is called as a bad blood or a deoxygenated blood. So the right side, which is shaded blue in color, has deoxygenated blood, and from where it gets the deoxygenated blood? It gets from all parts of the body. When blood flows inside, no, it is from all the parts of the body. Okay, from all parts of the body. When the body organs use the oxygen, the blood will be having shortage in oxygen. That's why it is lacking oxygen. And then in the left side you have oxygenated blood, because this blood which is coming here comes directly from the lungs. Lungs is a organ which purifies the blood. That is, if your blood has carbon dioxide, it will supply the blood with oxygen. It will remove the carbon dioxide and supply with oxygen. So since this comes from all parts of your body, already oxygen is used by the organs of your body and it is filled down with carbon dioxide, and this blood is full of carbon dioxide. But here this comes directly from the lungs. Lungs give this a pure blood, and so it is a pure blood in the red area. And also you have one more septum called as atrioventricular septum. From the name itself, atria means atrium, both atria, right? Ventricles means ventricles, you know. The septum, the division between atria and ventricles. So this division is atrioventricular septum. Clear? So this is interatrial, interventricle, and this is atrioventricular septum. So this is about the chambers of the heart. Then we will study about the walls of the heart. You have 4 walls, you have 4 chambers, right? Similarly, the walls number are also 4 in number. What are those 4? The first one is called tricuspid valve. What are valve? Valve means a very small skin. See here, this is a valve, this is a valve, this is a valve, and this is a valve. I'll label and show you. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. So first valve, from the atria it enters ventricles through this valve, and then from the ventricle it is released out through this valve. Similarly here also, from this atria, from right atria, it enters into the right ventricle through this valve, and from the ventricle through a tube it enters outside your heart by this valve. So these are the 4 valves. We have names for these valves. Let's see what are their names. The first valve is called tricuspid valve. Can you see a valve here? This is called the tricuspid valve. Why it is called tricuspid valve? Because see, just remember like this way: R-I, tri, right, RT is right, TR is tri, right? So always tricuspid valve is present in the right side. Where it is present? In between the atrium, right atrium and right ventricles, you can find tricuspid valve. And then what is the function of this tricuspid valve? It has a very important function. Its function is it does not allow back flow. What does this mean? See, always you see the flow is in this direction only. You cannot find any time the flow is in reverse direction. Always it flows this way, that is from the atrium to the ventricles. Back flow means the flow in the opposite direction. This valve, see, the position of the valve is in such a way that it does not allow back flow of the blood. The second valve is called bicuspid valve. This bicuspid valve is present between the left atrium and the left ventricles. This is the bicuspid valve. And you also have two more valves which are called as semi-lunar valves. Please tell these words, open your mouth and tell these words again and again, because all these terms are going to be new for you. They are called as semi-lunar valves. Semi-lunar is a general term. Okay, so one semi-lunar valve is present between aorta and left ventricle. Okay, which is aorta? Aorta is this one. This is left, right? So this is the aorta. So what did I tell you? One semilunar valve. This is number 3 actually. So tricuspid 1, bicuspid 2. This semilunar valve, which I have labeled as 3, is between the left ventricle. Which is the left ventricle? This is the left ventricle. And which is the aorta? I told you, this is the aorta. This is the aorta. Okay, this is the aorta. So this is number 3 because it is present between left ventricle and aorta. Okay, and what is number 4? Number 4 is this one. So which is number 4? This is number 4 and it is present between right ventricle. Which is the right ventricle? This is the right ventricle and pulmonary artery. Which is the pulmonary artery? This is the pulmonary artery. Okay. So the name of this tube is aorta and the name of this tube is pulmonary artery. So what all names you know? Right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle, left ventricle, aorta and pulmonary artery. Clear? So these are all about the valves in the heart, and you have 2 more structures which we didn't study. I'll tell you in the next slide. Okay, I told you, no, there are 2 more valves. One is called as superior vena cava and one is called pulmonary vein. Which is the superior vena cava? See what all we have learnt. We have learnt about these 4 chambers. You know what is the name of this? This is pulmonary artery. This is aorta. What 2 names you don't know? You don't know the names of this and this, right? So this valve is called the superior vena cava. I told you already, the blood which comes into this is from all the organs of your body. It is called as superior vena cava, and this is called the pulmonary vein, which gets pure oxygenated blood from the lungs. So I hope you know all the names now. So for your homework, I am going to make you draw this. Okay, you are going to draw and label the structure of the heart and send me. Okay, do this. It is really good for you. You will never forget once you draw today. So for your homework, read pages 86 to 88 where you have the structure of the heart, and also draw the structure of the heart which is in page number 87. I think in 86 you have one more structure, no need to draw that. Draw this structure which is in 87. You need not write the functions all, just write the names of the organs. Okay, so that is all for today's zoology class, and until I meet you in your next class, You all take care and bye bye.